a veritable sea of stangs. You don't see that every day. Look at this dash. I'd drive it. Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're down in Silver Springs, Florida for their all Ford and Mustang Roundup. This show's been going on for quite a while. In fact, it's their 20th year. There's all sorts of cars here. A pseudo boss. I don't know if it's a really boss, but it's a grabber green. You just have to be able to trace the lineage somewhere along the line to the blue oval. Works for me. And we need to get down to business because we might be trying to beat some of that Florida liquid sunshine. So let's roll. Very nice car. Rick, great to see you, man.
Great to see you too, Dennis.
Man, this is a big show.
Yes, yes. It's always an enormous event.
And you know, they were talking some kind of rough weather here, but I don't think it's going to happen.
We're working against the odds, but I think the Ford gods are smiling upon us today.
Yeah. Now, I was here, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago, but it's grown, and what a great venue Silver Springs is.
Oh, Silver Springs, that's why we love doing this show, and that's why I think this show has grown in popularity and size to such an extent. It's a beautiful park.
Oh, it is.
A wonderful place to bring the family. You've got glass bottom boat rides. The springs are just an incredible natural wonder.
It is, and if you need a break from the car show, I mean, everybody's just having a great time.
Yeah, it's a really laid-back show. We don't do any judging. It's all participant choice, so you don't have to sit by your car and wait to be judged. It's just nothing about having fun and seeing a lot of cool cars.
What more could you ask for?
Very little.
So, like you said, I mean, people are coming from far and wide, and of course, this is a big year for Mustang, and you got a heck of a lot of Mustangs here.
Right, yes, we do.
But you got everything.
It's a sprinkling of everything, and I've always tried to encourage to get the Lincolns out, the Mercurys out, you know. I've grown up selling parts for Mustangs. I've seen just about every Mustang that was ever built, so I really dig seeing all the Falcons and Comets.
Any idea how many cars you got here?
900 to 1,000 cars, I think,
man,
will be our total for the event.
Yeah, you got to be feeling great, and everybody's digging it. I mean, it's an all Ford show, so there's no conflict or competition. They're all lovers of the blue oval.
Yes, even the Miata with the Ford motor.
You know, I saw the Miata out in the show field, and that thing's got to have a Ford motor in it, or it wouldn't be here.
That's our criteria. It's got to be Ford powered.
It's got to be Ford somewhere. Well, it's a great show, Rick. I mean, you guys put on just a wonderful show. Everybody's having a great time. There's some incredible things. One, in fact, I want to show you, might not have seen yet. Let's check this baby out.
Let's go check it out.
All right. Tim, this is insane. Really insane. 65 Fairlane, right? 65
yes, sir.
Fairlane?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a car you don't see very often.
15,141 of the sport coupes are made in 65, and the Fairlane Club of America says there ain't that many of them left.
When I first saw it, I thought, you got a GM hood on there. It's a cowl induction. No, it's cow induction.
Well, I've never taken myself too seriously, so
Obviously.
A lot of my Chevrolet friends think that that's pretty funny that I've got GM badges, but I've tried to teach them how to read so they can see it actually says cow induction.
Cow induction. And that thing could suck in an entire cow.
Exactly.
That is one serious roll cage. I mean, it's not just a roll cage, but it's your cage too. Yet you're, leather, carpet,
stereo.
That's the other thing I saw. Stereo. Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, we put about 1,500 watts of stereo in the car, so we'd be able to hear it.
Right?
The cage is actually NHRA legal. It's certified to 850 with all the bars, but it's absolutely a street car.
Yeah. When you got all your switches up top, all the rockers in it, is that the chute?
That is for the parachute, correct?
Over the holy cow. Now, what did you do with the dash? Is that pretty much stock placement and you just put in the gauges, or did you cave that back in?
We actually caved it in slightly and then put the bend in the dash for the stereo.
I like that.
That's 1936 Ford aftermarket billet dash pod that
really?
we just incorporated into the dashboard with the Cobalt autometer gauges.
This is just insane. Is she tubbed?
It is a full tube chassis car, so it is a big tub in the car.
And but you've left the body really unmolested.
Pretty much stock.
Well, okay, so we've danced around long enough. Let's go take that cow induction hood off and look at that monster engine.
Sounds good to me.
Let's go, man.
The motor is actually a 429 4-bolt main.
Wow.
It is the 385 series motor. I wanted something a little different. We went through the motor with forged crank, H-beam rods, good 8-to-1 pistons. I can run 93 octane in this car and it'll drive down the street no problem.
And what a great nostalgia look on the scoop too. I mean,
something different with the shotgun.
Yeah. So, I mean, does it sound awesome?
Would you like to hear it?
Would I like to hear it? Yes, I would.
Well, we can fire it up.
I say
if you'd like to
fire
hear
that baby up.
All right.
So you got a little bit of a cam in that?
Little
bit of a
bit.
cam? Wow, Tim. That is amazing. That is a nice piece of work. 65 Fairlane, 429. Holy mackerel.
Thank you very much.
What a car.
Thank you so much.
Will, this is a beautiful car, man.
Thank you.
I love these Continentals.
I appreciate it.
This and I like how you got it all opened up.
Right.
There's a lot of things to open in this car. But this is a 66 Continental, right?
Yes, Lincoln
66
Continental. Yep.
And what an interesting color. It's
Yeah.
kind of gold, but it's kind of green.
It's called a sage gold metallic. It's the
Man.
original color.
You know, I'm a sucker for green cars, so I mean, I was like sucked into this thing like immediately. But you know, these things are so big and they're so square and slab-sided.
Right.
I've just always thought they looked dynamite. But great, you know, great grille, just again, very square. They didn't care about aerodynamics.
Oh, they didn't
I mean,
care
it's just
about
like
that.
boom, 500
right.
pounds, they're cruising down the road. The wide whites on it look just totally awesome. But you know, I love the suicide doors. I mean, that's what made this car in my book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that she just opens all the way up, and that interior matches the exterior so beautifully. An original upholstery?
It's original upholstery.
I mean, you know, what they call the interior color?
It's called Ivy Gold.
And what a wild dash.
Yeah, that dash kind of slopes
It
down
slopes
on you.
down, yeah. I mean, it almost feels like you should have a keypad or something. I don't know what it is, but that is a unique look. Is she? I mean, does it just like float down the road?
It loves the highway, that's for sure.
The highway. So I mean, I love how you got the top set up for display because there's a lot going on here.
Oh,
man.
there is. There's 7 relays back there in the back,
Yeah.
which you can see under here.
Right.
And there's 21 switches that actually controls the top. So
Really?
there's a lot of Ford engineering going into this.
But you know, again, I mean, the deck comes up, and you know, it's just there's a lot happening. And this is a glass rear window,
It's
right?
the first year. 66 was the first year with the glass rear window in it. Did some model year change in 66.
Uh-huh.
So they made it a little longer, a little wider, and they made it a little heavier.
Well, because it wasn't long enough,
Right,
wide
already.
enough, or heavy enough already. No.
They just made it a little bigger.
So what power is this? 460 or?
It's a 462. It's
Okay.
based off a truck engine, I guess.
Let's
so.
go look at it, man.
Okay, let's pop it open the hood here. So there's the 462. 462. That's the original engine. It's got the original engine, original transmission
Has
in
she
it.
ever been out?
It's now never been out.
Pass anything but a gas station?
Oh, you get about 10 miles to a gallon, whether you're going uphill or down. So it
Doesn't really matter.
Don't
It's gonna be
matter.
10 miles a gallon.
That's right.
Wow. Will, I love this car.
All right.
Absolutely love this car. 66 Continental.
66.
Yowza. Well, Tom, you know, 75 Mustang II. And in fact, this is a 2+2.
Yes, sir.
Well, now this one, though, is pretty special. What's the story on this baby?
This car, the original owner, Joe Rugarello, was a street racer in Detroit. Took it to Gap and Roush's shop, and they proceeded to cut it up, put a 460 in it, set it back almost a foot in the chassis, tub it, a complete rear subframe,
And just turned it into the ultimate street
a
racer.
very subtle looking street racer.
And the scoop is different. That's like
Right.
Mach 1, 69 Mach. isn't
Right,
it?
a little 69 Mach 1 scoop. They cut it down about 5.5 inches to fit the scale.
So how about the interior? Was this all part of the original build?
Yes. The seats are Don Hardy race seats that were put in it in 1977 when they did the upgrade to the 505 cubic inches.
And all, you know, the gauging, it's all pretty much all sun, right?
Yes, all of that is original to the car. I didn't restore any of it. All I did was clean it.
You know, you get to this rear quarter on these, and they look really Pinto to
Yeah.
a certain extent. They look Pinto, but man, you know, when you see these huge meats, you know that's in stock
Yes,
Mustang II.
15 by 10 inch tires. They tubbed it, new rear subframe.
Let's go look at that engine though, because that's really the big deal here,
Yes,
right? Yeah, let's
yes.
check that out. That doesn't look like any Mustang II I've ever seen. Holy cow. So what are we looking at?
Right, that's a stroked and bored 460.
What's the displacement now?
It's still 505.
505.
Yes, sir.
Holy cow. And she's sitting way back.
They moved the engine back almost 10 inches.
Now, I'm surprised this thing can even hold a, you know, 460, 505. I mean, that's because of all the subframing and everything they did?
And surprisingly, the front suspension's still stock,
You're kidding.
and it drives really light. It's still got the 4-cylinder suspension in it.
Is it like fire-breathing?
It doesn't know there's a car attached to it.
It's just one really big engine,
Right, right.
And what a piece of history. You know,
Yes.
this was like sleeper street racing back in the day in Detroit.
Yes, in Detroit.
So 75 Mustang II, 2+2,
Right.
fastback hatchback with an unbelievable Roush engine.
Yes, very subtle.
Yowza. Yeah, subtle till you hit the accelerator.
Yes.
This is nice. Russ, this is cute. Little Model A Speedster, right?
Yes, it is.
What's the, I mean, this is an ammo box, right?
Yeah, it's my toolkit.
Lead with your tools, right?
Right, toolkit, jacks, you know, raincoats.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd need that in Florida in an open car. So, all this mechanical linkage, everything's mechanical on this?
Yes, yes it is.
Holy mackerel. And a transverse leaf spring, that was how they were?
Right, this it's a standard Model A chassis.
Really? So this is plexiglass? Lexan? What is
Lexan.
it? Lexan?
The first 5 were plexiglass until I could form it right.
Oh, so you made it?
Yes.
Wow. Man, one little side mount, and again, mechanical linkage everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
So is she aluminum or steel?
Steel, it's all steel body.
And is this fire suppression here? Or?
No, that's actually, that pressurizes the gas tank. So I have
Oh, is it a
gas-
pump? It's
yeah.
a pump? I see. I see.
There's no fuel pump onto it, it just
Uh-huh.
a little pressure in the tank.
Did you have to do any other work on it, or was it pretty much like this?
Actually, I took and I cut out some of the structure in there and
Yeah.
splayed out the sides a little bit so I could get 2 seats in it.
Uh-huh. Now that's a nice accessory.
Yeah,
Your pole dancer?
Yeah, it's a conversation piece.
Conversation piece, yes.
People seem to like it, so.
So I think I'll leave it, right? And this is just a little kind of bumper, kind of protector?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I don't think there's any protection in the car at
No,
all.
I don't
but
think so either. Is it just a blast to drive, though?
it is a blast. It'll actually drift really well because it's so
No
light.
kidding. Well, especially back here. There's nothing back here.
Right.
And is it a standard Model A power plant?
Standard Model A 4-cylinder.
Let's go look at that. You've done that before, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's your basic Model A engine, isn't
That's it. Nothing spectacular there.
They're pretty simple. And it's your carb over here, right?
Yep.
Updraft.
Model B updraft.
Model B updraft. And is it pretty easy to work on?
It's extremely easy to work on. It's very temperamental at times, but it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see you've got an alternator on it, though.
Yeah, that's because we do the road rallies with it, and they like to have the lights bright and everything working. So that's kind of one of the requirements for road rallying.
Well, you wouldn't want to hit anything with this.
No, no.
There's not a lot there.
The good thing is you won't know it after you do.
Probably not. Oh, man, I love it. So it's a 29 Speedster?
Yes, sir.
29 Model A Speedster, 2-seater, and it looks like a blast.
It is.
Man, thanks for bringing it out, Russ.
Thank you, sir.
What a fun car. Well, Jim, this is a pretty car. I mean, I love this color. And if this was on a Mustang, this would be Gulfstream Aqua. And this is a 69
XR7.
XR7. And you know, they're so distinctive. One of the things, of course, is the hideaway headlights. And I forget, were they pneumatically? Were they vacuum controlled?
Vacuum control. Vacuum.
But if I recall, one thing about them was you could, I mean, if they weren't working, you can open them up and they stay open,
yes,
right?
yes, that's the way I have it right now.
That's, I got a T-Bird,
temporarily.
the
Yeah.
same thing. And that was the factory scoop on it?
That is a factory, either an Eliminator or they actually came on Comet GTs in the early 70s.
You know, the rear quarter on this, if you look at them just right, this is a bit of a T-Bird rear quarter from the era too. I mean, you look at it and it's got some of the same lines.
Well, it also looks almost like a Buick.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
In that type of line. I've had people comment saying, "Oh, this looks like a Buick."
I had a 69 Mach 1 also, and they called this this fabric Comfort
Weave.
And they still call they called it an Comfort Weave also?
Yes, it's Comfort Weave.
And I love the wood dash, and that's part of the XR7?
Yes, that's part of the XR7 package.
And it's a rim blow? It's got
Rim blow wheel.
You still have the 8-track and what, a Neil Diamond in there?
Yeah, I got
Very
Neil
nice.
Diamond.
How about those gauges? Were they,
Those actually are
they
like you
add-ons?
would have on a Shelby.
you had to redo the whole interior, I'm assuming.
Yes, I purchased this interior back in 2002.
Wow.
So it's not brand new, but it's held up very well.
And then the back lights were, they were sequential.
Yes, they go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, boom, 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 like the T-Birds did from
yes,
the day.
Yes.
Boy, that's such a pretty car. You know, I mean, it's a sister car to the Mustang, but it's really a different car. So, what do you have, 351?
351.
Let's go look at that.
It's an M code.
All right, man.
Which is the 4-barrel motor.
All right.
This has a little dress-up kit on it.
Uh-huh.
I bought these valve covers back in 2004. This was a reproduction that they make.
She is absolutely a beautiful car. Again, great color, and with the white interior, it just pops. I love it. Are you having a good time at the show?
Oh, great time.
This is nice.
I've
nice show, isn't it?
been to everyone since 2002, and I come
You
back
wouldn't
every
miss
year.
it, right?
No matter if it's cold, rain, hot, whatever.
And it
this
can
is
be
a great
any of
show.
those things down here. But you got
It
one of
has
the
been.
prettiest Cougars here, Jim.
Well,
Thanks for
thank you,
bringing it
sir.
out.
Appreciate it.
69 XR7. Very nice.
Appreciate it.
Oh man, NPD show down here in Silver Springs, Florida is an absolute blast. Yeah, it's an all Ford show, but hey, there's some great Fords here. Check this baby out.